Hello, it's Matthew, or with Amnesia here, and I'm doing, well, just an updated video again, like last time, right? But it's just rough, because usually just what I do is a bit boring, I suppose, which is, like the math, and all the boring things that you don't really think of, but are necessary, I guess, this type of stuff, right? So, usually when you're making a dungeon, it seems like you actually accompany these type of things, get people and money to spend, get them resources to, the ball rolling. You have multiple people doing this, right? So for example, this dungeon, right? It was, well, it was made in a role-playing pen and paper, iteration, I guess, to compete with Dungeons and Dragons or have some type of thing, a market thing. So it was pen and paper. It didn't really work out, I guess, all that well, but I guess it was made for a reason to legitimize, like, why would you play pen and paper World of Warcraft when you can just play World of Warcraft? Maybe that's the whole reason, but I guess it was something to get unique content. But either way, snowball it or roll it up into World of Warcraft, right? Or just whatever crazy project that I like to do, whatever, right? Wait, life's weird, so it still happens. But well, you normally say this is like World of Warcraft team, whatever studio you have, right? You'd have basically be all many hands make short work type of thing, right? So you do one guy does the encounters, right? A different type of thing, different specialties, and one person does the items, and one person. So you divide it up, right? So if it's just yourself, it's like doing all this. Yeah, you design it, right? And I did some items. That's what I'm basically doing this video for, right? It's, where is it here? So right, so I did the, yeah. I also reverse engineered how to make items and stuff in World of Warcraft. Kind of, I know how to do that. So, Vault of the Watcher item table. So basically these, they're all blue items. Maybe add some greens in later, but yeah. So these are all the items in the bosses, and they're like got levels, whatnot. I added this details from DeviantArt, I think, on the poster. Anyway, yeah, you can watch me in the video, right? So we got let's do the beginning here, right? So we got the Marlock. If he's up, it's a rare, and it drops Marlock's hunting tomahawk. Throne requires, this type of stuff. Agility. This is basically kind of the RPG. They go out and hunt the trogs. So he's by the cave, so it's like he'll go out and hunt, I suppose, right? By the cave. And then he's got dwarf meat haunt, because it's like they're out hunting, so there's nothing there in the RPG, but there's dwarfs out front. Like, okay, maybe he's go hunting and dwarf. A little bit of funny thing, that type of stuff, right? It's tough and stubborn with the text, like a dwarf. And then we go out here, and this is sorted by levels, so it's not really like, okay, whatever, right? So we got Shadow Scurry, the spider, right? It's a rogue stealth spider, right? And then it would drop Fang and Shadow Scurry, I guess like Kithax or whatever. I don't know what the spider's called over in Duskwood, but I was inspired, right? So it drops some type of like Fang type of thing, right? Like the same models like the Threshodon Fang, but like a different whatever, right? So just a type of, it's just a dagger type of thing, level 32, right? And we got spider skin boots of ambush, because it's supposed to go, oh, the spider's attack. It's just to do a tribute, get those feelings going on, right? So it increases stealth side. These values, you gotta just balance them out, right? But usually if it comes out first, it means it's like 2 to 3, or like it's more like 2/3 majority, whatever, right? So it's like to math stuff, right? And it's figured out. So this is a work in progress, right? Moving on. So we got an actual boss here, right? Spirax. Also, some of the spelling here, I just realized, isn't. I haven't made a better version of it yet. So this is just. Perhaps I should do these videos. Whatever. This is just my internal notes, I suppose. So it's just all of this, whatever. Right? So Spirax is cocoon of the brood mother, I suppose. And it's basically like I wanted, if you're a tank. Caster, slash like a DPS or healer, everybody's got loot. So this is like the chest piece. So it's basically a mixture of like, it can be applicable to like a mage or what have you, a DPS, and also a healer, right? More kind of recently hatched, level 34, and then since there's that demon hunter, right? Spirax has 4. It's possible, these things You can have dungeons around this level with 4. I think it's Razor Friend down, so the end boss, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? More loot, the better. Not quite, but it's in the ratio, right? So, like, I didn't feel like having an extra like Demon Hunter thing, so it just rolled into the spider, right? So we got Ancient Blade of the Slain Hero, and that's basically like a katana, you know, and it does shadow damage. That's kind of like shadow fighting in a sense, right? It's got agility, attack powers. The previous owner was not prepared, right? A little bit of jab there, and then antiquated gloves of a lost age, I called it. Gloves, just agility gloves, right? Harkening to the social. They got demon hide harness of the exile, right? Because demon hunters, you know, they hunt demons and harnessed all much chest. What makes all sense, right? You know, and they got agility, critical hit chance. Also, there's a dearth of like just melee DPS gear around this level, so I was like, okay, I'll just go out and fix that somewhat, I guess. There's a hole that's gonna, you have to go out and hunt for these things. It's kind of a pain in the butt around this level, because I remember leveling up my warrior, and there was a lot of caster gear was easy to get, stamina strength gear was easy to get, but like rogue gear and you know, it wasn't just like strength, and it was difficult to get like actual yeah, like for example, Fury gear is hard to get in vanilla World of Warcraft. So I was okay. So I did that. Just kind of a little bit of bias there, I suppose. Well, you know, it fills in the slot. It's not just for like a random reason. It actually has some logic behind it. So then we go up to here, and we got Markalog, the cook. So this would be right here, and so it's got the Muttonator, which is a big glob of mutton, I suppose. Where is it here? Yeah. So there we go. There's the Muttonator, and that's just level 34 or whatever, right? Then we have frying pan of green eggs. You know, green eggs and ham. There's like a mutton. You know, that's these type of things. You know, you gotta have some type of sense of humor, I suppose. There it is, green. So that type of stuff, right? And then there's Marlog's cape, because I was like, you know what, have something going on there. So got that going on. Then we have Angerlock, which is right there. Actually, I really like the job I did to kind of two maps together. Oh, it's Angerlock. We have the Lost Hope, which is, let's see here. Where, you know what, this is a good question. Where is it here? So this is my videos I got. That's in mail bill. Here we go. So this is I got that it looks like. Yeah, that's the Mace Lost Hope. And actually I should click on that just so it's better. It's better. This is all informal, I suppose, but whatever. So there's Lost Hope there, and it's basically healer mace. You know, it's off of a healer. The heavy is a heavy mace, so it's okay. This looks like a heavy mace, you know, by definition. So it's also, it looks like it's suiting, right? So it's basically, this is the whole item budget bias I want to go for. So do some math on that and figure out what all those are. So basically, it's already like done pretty much, but so you need to do the crunch the numbers, which is a bit difficult. Not really, but it just takes time. You know, this is why you guys split up. And then we got let's see here. Where is it here? I can actually probably make this less. There we go. And then we got so yeah, that's the mace, I guess. Where to go? Angerlock. Yeah, Lost Hope. And then we have Leggings of the Unearthed, because they're all unearthed trogs, you know. That was suiting. And so this is bias again. Huh? These little notes. And then leather legs. So basically, you pick a rogue or whatever, and you know, these type of things. And it drops that legs. And there's also a male girdle. Angerlock's girdle of audacity, because he kind of, pardon me, went through Atris the Custodian. Trog skeletons all over the place there. So whatever, right? And it's also something for the, you know, mix up the loot tables, right? And Angerlock's bestial cloak, which is like a kind of homage to his like fur, which you could sell in the RPG, which is, you know, made of fur hide. So I was okay. So it has like something for like the rogue slash DPS melee type of shaman, these type of thing, you know, these type of things, right? And then yeah, so it's like also could be used for like say like a hunter or a shaman later on. Not really, I guess, but you know, if it's in the bank, whatever, right? So it's like mostly like just a warrior, I suppose, but you know, well, these type of things. These things can last quite a while. It depends. I don't know. So it's a bit low for that actually. Was it? But anyway, it could be done. So we got that's angle lock, and we got moving on here. What do we have? Oh, these are the rares. Okay, level 35 rares. Where is it here? Everscowl the Historian. This is this guy down here. You can barely see him, I guess, but whatever. He's the dwarf dude. Where is he here? This guy. That's what he looks like. Alright. Sorry about that. So he drops Tome of Discipline, I guess, and it's basically just like kind of a funny thing where you know, it's basically a mace attack power. It's really fast, actually the fastest in the game, but whatever. I just mixed up a bit, right? And then you got Teacher's Pet, which is like just a kind of a meter stick, like a wooden staff, you know, hits people. It's kind of like funny, you know, kind of haha, these type of things. And then that's that guy. And then the rare we got Galrock, the Awakened. Is Galrock's got a trinket. I called it Rumblestone. Just came to me. This gives like a Thunderclap rank 1. You know, just every 3-minute cooldown. Just something, right? You know how many trinkets are on this level anyway. They're kind of you get the use right on this level. Get like basically like sprint, which is like nifty stopwatch. Whatever. So I was like, okay, you know, whatever. Right? And then maybe some shamans want to tank or something. I don't know, right? So we'll just whatever. It's a Thunderclap rank 1, so whatever. And then there's Living Stonecloth Bracers of the Awakened. So basically homage to, you know, the Galrock the Awakened. So it's just like he has bracers, right? So it's like, you know, give him so those are kind of like Badlands, I guess that's thinking of. I don't know. Maybe just so anyway, it's just like brace for like, you know, just healer, a lot of healer gear, I guess, kind of, or whatever, you know, spell power. So it's like mixture. Right? And then we got that guy. And then here we go, Expired Homunculus. This guy over here, the red guy. Right? So I was okay. Blood Clot Visage, basically like a male helmet, I guess, you know, and agility and stamina. So I was like, you know, kind of a weird level, but like, then again, you know, Fury Warrior, something for that. I guess this is like the Fury Warrior dungeon slash. It's kind of like a low for like, you know, hunters and shamans getting mail. But then again, this is like, these things can last, a good blue can last 20 levels. So maybe like, not really, let's say 10 levels really. Just, so that'd be like 44. So it's like, you know, it's pretty okay, right? Same thing as a what's it be, +5, so level 39 green. Okay, that's pretty okay, right? So people think of whatever, right? But it's the same thing. So it's they got ooze stained hand wraps of the homunculus, alright, because it's like cloth and stuff, and you know, just whatever, right? And we go up here, and then we got the bosses. Gloopmonger is got congealed boots, because you get those boots, you know, decapitated boots. It's not how you spell congealed, but I was like, whatever, just gotta make that better. It's really make this like whatever, right? So this is more like just like I wasn't gonna make this video, I guess it's my excuse, but I was like, whatever, just throw something out there, right? Get some type of productivity. So they're just, you know, cloth boots. You know, they give you stamina. This is squish, a homage to like, there's this little line in the RPG down here, or it says like, oh, this is the big nerd thing. You read that, and it says if you step in the stream, your boots make a squishing noise, or whatever, right? Your feet make and you get negativity to like stealth checks. But I was like, okay, it just puts them out in there, right? It's just squish. As it'd be like longer that, like a squish is more simple way to do. And then disembodied sharpened bone. So look at this guy, right? And these models that have like a bone stick, like a bone mohawk. Let's see here. Actually, it says pointing at this microscopic scale thing. So it's like, you look at these guys here. Yeah. So it's like, they got like bones sticking out of the back, right? So I was okay, look at those guys. What can we do for that, right? So we got, so I guess use one of those for a dagger, I guess, like a little bone. The models around there, right? The little bone dagger thing, right? So it's disembodied, sharpened bone. Speed, it's fast, kind of good. They have a gloop covered torch, because there's this torch sticking out of the side of them. If you look out of here, again. So it's like, this one is the best thing. So there's a torch sticking out of there, so we call it a gloop covered torch, I guess, right? And I guess it'd just be an offhand. Or would it be, yeah, offhand. So it's like a better version of the dwarf, dwarf meat haunch. So it's a better version of that, basically. So yeah, so it's basically a better version of that, but whatever, right? It's a good, so just whatever. And go up here. This is a bone clunker, which is, let's see, we have visualization here. Bone clunker. Where's bone clunker? Right there. There's bone clunker. And bone clunker's got these. Bone clunker's skull, because there's like not much, so it's okay. So this would be so it could be like that mace with you know that in vanilla there's that skull with like 2 spikes sticking out of its head, so like with the red handle, looks like a bone. So basically it'd be that, right? Bone clunker's skull, so you know, that type of stuff, right? So we have mostly attack power and like a tiny bit of stamina for the item budget. And then we have ancient trog ribcage, you know, some type of again for the fury warriors, right? Or slash you can even use it for like level 39 green type of male chest, whatever, right? For shamans and hunters. Oh, pardon me. And we have girdle of hibernation, because this would be in a hibernation chamber right here, right? So it's okay. And that take for the healer type of dudes or whatever, or even a warlock, or whatever you could use, right? So this gives you mana per second, right? It's bugging me. And then moving on here, we got Deep Gloom, the archivist. This is this guy down here with the staff. Where is he here? Deep Gloom. There we go. That's what it looks like. And he's got archivist staff of the depths. It's like, you know, deep and stuff. But it's his type of stuff, right? So it's got stamina and spirit, mostly stamina, a little bit of stamina, probably like a 2/3, you know, 2 out of 3, 1 out of 3, that type of stuff, right? Or maybe like closer than that, I don't know, maybe like half and half or 60-40, because it's supposed to be like a healer type of thing, so maybe like 64, I don't know, right? Anyway, it's a good staff. It'd be upgraded at least for whatever commonly available for spirit wise. Alright, so more spirit than what you'd normally have on hand, I guess. You know, quests or whatever. So look into that. And then you know, is that basically that staff is wielding, right? That's what it looks like. And you got a Gloomrot pendant, which is a necklace, right? About this level you get necklaces, right? So it's because the intellect, spell power, and stamina. It's, you know, in that type of order, I guess. You know, it's be like, you know, it's not spell power down there, whatever, right? So it's like, then you have gloom or deep glooms. I missed it. Thumb ring, right? So it's okay, whatever, some type of thing, right? So you have thick fingers, so whatever. And then you got stamina, attack power, something for the melee people, right? So, so every boss I wanted to have like some type of. There's no like, oh yes, this is the skip boss, you know. So everyone can get something out of it, right? There's some weird bosses in vanilla. I mean, it adds character, but then again, it's kind of annoying. Some things, I don't know. It's good to have, you know, certain type of thing. Anyway, so here's Atreus the Custodian, the Titan guy, right? And his sword, I did this in full. That's all the stats are going to use. What it looks like. This is the sword. I don't think it's even used in vanilla, or even will work with the sword. I don't think. I think there's a sword like it, but not this skin and the thing. So that's this sword. Oh, here's my item values. Nothing much going on there, I guess, but You know, it's just some item, whatever, right? And then, here we go. And then we have Antris the Custodian. Here we go. So Great Sword of the Eternal Watch. Blue, oh yeah, did I, online I think? Yeah, okay. Here we go. This is kind of like what it looked like. Right? Great Sword of the Eternal Watch. But this is a 5, not a 4. This is, they do this wrong. They should round up, because if you do the math, right? Where is it? I was just doing, this is some stat stuff I was doing. Right? Yeah, here we go. So it rounds up. See, in Vanilla World of Warcraft, like they take the two numbers, not just one usually, right? But they take this one, it rounds up, right? So the damage DP per second is 36.5, which is the average. That's basically what it should be at, right? This is basically what it should be at for damage. So, and yeah, so 36.5 is what it should say, right? And it's got this is properly stat weighed, so 15 stamina, 5 strength, improves critical strike chance by 1%, and that's, you know, pretty decent sword for that level, right? So I was like, okay, that's you know, level 36, you know, required, right? The boss is level 37. Okay, so all in all, that's like a pretty decent little dungeon. All right, you get, oh here, I always get the wrong one here, right? It's a good thing. Look at 4 in the morning, right? So yeah, so it's also then that's the sword, right? So it's got, even got the gold and stuff laid out, and the durability. So this is all, even the icon. Inventory sword 7, right? So it looks the closest. So I thought, okay, right. Usually there's a little border around it, but I was like, I kind of like, not hacked, but I kind of modified the code so it show up properly. I couldn't figure out the 4 part, but I did, but it wouldn't update, whatever. And we go down to here, and emerald crystal arm guards, because it's homage to the crystal left arm, whatever the guy was manipulating, talk different languages. Okay, so it's a crystal, a little bit crystalline, but I was like, it says crystal, so emerald crystal arm guards. Wow. So cloth wrist, again, you kill the boss, and you're you know, a tank, like a you can basically be a warrior or a paladin, you know, these type of things. You know, the tank is probably a warrior, maybe not, or a hunter. I think it's a hunter. Yeah, I guess a hunter. Yeah, you could use this. This could, you know, a hunter could. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Minus the strength is kind of small, so yeah, I guess a hunter. You know, that type of stuff, right? So you could use that. So basically everybody can get something out of this boss. They'll have a chance to, right? So RNG. So you have like spell. This is basically like the mage, I guess. We could also, if you're the healer, you could also roll on this, like the spell power, you know. So either like healing spells or damage spells. This should really be damage and healing. Heal damage or healing. Damage or healing. So, yeah. And pedestal of the Watcher. It's a trinket. So, in the RPG, if you run away from the boss, like in the pen and paper one, right? He goes back on this pedestal, and every day he gets a hit point. Hit points are more significant because it's like Dungeons and Dragons, so it's like he recharges over time, right? I was like, okay, why don't we just make that into a trinket? I was gonna put some stamina in there, but I was like, you know, whatever. I should probably just have it more, you know, health every second, right? Because, you know, trinket, you know, it'd be interesting, right? Just have an interesting item. Vanilla's kind of always about those little neat little things, right? So I was like, okay, so why not just throw in health every second? So I guess it's like everyone could use that kind of, you know, like especially the tank, but like everybody could, you know, in combat, basically like, you know. Almost like troll regeneration, right? So I was like, yeah, everyone could use that, whatever, right? So mostly the tank would use it, but like, you don't have much trinkets anyway. So it's, I think in like level 50 or level, yeah, low level 40s, yeah, or no, yeah, up until level 40 around there, you only have open trinket slots. So I'm pretty sure most people around this level would have an open trinket slot, so everyone could roll on it, and everyone needs health anyway. So mostly the tank, but whatever, right? So I was like, you know, just entering. It's the soul of the game. It fits into it, right? So that's Vaults of the Watcher, right? Because Archer has the custodians at Titanic Watcher, right? And yeah, that's the items. They just need a little bit of a stat weight to them, but how you do that is well, let's see here. How do I describe this? So you basically scroll through here. Where is it here? Itemization, right? So we look at this here, right? So you go through this, and here's your items quality, and you basically plug that in for your item level. So you go like, say it's I don't know, say it's a level 33 item, right? You go 33 plus 5, 38, then you type in this calculator, right? And then you go to the slot here, right? Since it's vanilla, the stamina is 1, so you basically do this, times that by that, and once you get down to multiple stats, you go like, for example, say you got three stats, right? You go like, let's take one of these, doesn't really matter, and you go like, say you'd have I don't know, you find out your thing. So let's say what do we have here to work with? This is from the sword, so you have 24 point. So you do this, right? So this is the number you get, right? Then you go, you like this, and you times that by 1 point. Not times. You put it to a factor of like 1.2 over 3 or 3 over 2. So there is the one you got to work with, right? So everything. So this is your limit, alright? So you basically so basically you do this, right? If you do this properly, right? You go from this step to this step, you know, and you get this number, right? And that's what you got to work with. And you times that by, or not, you put it to a factor of 1.5. You know, and you get this is what your item budget is, right? And then say Blizzard has an interesting thing, because they played EverQuest, I guess, or something, and they want it so that if you have lots of if you're a hybrid player, you don't have lots of stats you need, like kind of paladin, you don't just like one, you don't get punished for basically one guy has double. So basically the more stats you have, the higher potentially whatever, right? So it's like what you do is save that, and you go like, say you have 3 stats, right? And you'd say, for example, the sword I used was I looked at how much 1% of critical hit was. I looked at Burning Crusade, so it was basically like, because it only has, so anyway, 1% critical hit is 14 in vanilla, so it's 14 points. So what you do is you go bracket. Here's the secret: bracket 14 point. You just do a factor of do this, then you go plus. You do it again, so it sounds like, so I did back and forth, and I did like, so it'd be the stamina, I suppose, 1.5, that, and you go plus this, you get a bracket in there, and then also was it 5, yeah, and then you go do it again, that, and bingo, this is what it is. It's pretty close, you know. I was like, okay, it's the end boss one, some of them are under budgeted in World of Warcraft, so I was okay, I'll just do that, and I was like, so copy this. Or you can just go minus and go Memorex or whatever. Remember, so that's the difference, like almost one. So I was like, okay, good enough, right? And then yeah, so that's how you do items, right? And then since it was a two-handed weapon, or is it here? The slot, it's just times 1, right? So it's like, where is it? Oops, what's this? Yeah, so it's like this is times 1, but say if it was say if it was like, I don't know, a one-handed weapon, right? You go like this, you go copy, and you'd be like, okay, you go like this, and then you'd go like that times no, this is the wrong calculator. This is, I don't have too many calculators. This is the one. So this times that, and whoops, it helps if you push the damn button. Times, there we go. So then that would be your budget, more or less, right, for your item. And I guess some Blizzard people kind of like the guessed at some items. I noticed like some like Wolf Fear Harness is like dramatically under budgeted, and what's the one? Broken Blade of Heroes. Oh, basically Blade of Heroes is under budgeted, or maybe it's just like they changed the formula halfway through. Jungle Boots, I think, is like from Stranglethorn Veil is also under. These type of things, they're under budgeted. Some of them, and also like some of them are kind of guessed. Like find the one here, Magistrate's Sword, I think it is, Sword of the Magistrate. Sword of the This one is, for example, it's 2 things lower. So basically, you could add like 1 to stamina, or like 2 to strength. You could basically add like either 2 to strength, maybe slightly over budgeted, or 2 to spirit, be a little bit over, slightly over budget, or you add like 1 to stamina and be like just under budget. So some things are kind of, a lot of items just takes a little meticulous work. So I guess they just kind of guessed at it, whatever, right? So some items are over budgeted, some are under budgeted. But so it's like I think the value of the money is just kind of up and down, just kind of not guess, but just kind of approximate. Because there's also like like RNG, like random number generator. So it's like those green, like say like green swords like of the monkey, right? And it goes like from like say plus, I don't know, 5 to 7 agility and strength, or not strength, but the stamina. So it's basically like it is random factors. So I guess like you can do that and whole like rigmarole type of thing, and you could do. But it's like I think there's people just took a little bit of breaks some areas, right? Because it's like a big game gonna make, right? So, but doing this all by one person, it's quite if even if this doesn't work out, I can still just like take all my skills and dump it to a different game. That's type of everything here. So really, it's just like giving me like not an education, but like I gotta find that. Maybe education would be the word for it. Experience. That's the one. The experience is the word. So yeah, this is just what I've been doing. Really, just well, this is already done last one. This is the one, right? So this is basically what I was doing today, right? So when did I start this? At 12, and it's 4 hours, and these are basically, you just need to plug away at the numbers and fix the spelling things, and it's done, right? So that's how you make items in World of Warcraft. I guess I taught you guys stuff, right? And you could look at this. This is me. Whoops. This is me being a big nerd, and if I do this properly, here we go. So write that down in the Wikipedia if you guys want, or whoever cares. Probably nobody, but this is how you do it. More or less. This is 2016. I think it's over a year ago. So basically, yeah, this is me being a big nerd and finding out how to do this retroactively. So yeah. Yeah, that's me for the video. Anyway, bye for now. Take care, have fun, and see you next time. Is this the one where is this the Burning Crusade? Oh, this is vanilla. Anyway, this is in one of these ones here. I think this is the one here. This is the vanilla one here. So this is like, look here, and this is where I got the 14 out of it, right? It's 14, right? So it's like 1%, right? 14. So it's also like 28 if you times it by 2. But anyway, so. Alright, take care. Oh, here's the DeviantArt one. Yeah, here's the one I was looking like. I gotta update that. And then here's that thing I updated, right? So let's update that. This is a bit live, I suppose. Maybe. Let's see. Here we go. It's all good now. Right? So, yeah, this is with Amnesia, or Matthew, signing out. Take care. Have fun. And bye for now.